Dude. Alright, hi there. Hey, my Dorito posters, what's up? Sorry for not being here yesterday to play Lunar, so I deeply apologize for that. Yeah, I apologize for not playing Lunar yesterday. I wasn't feeling super well, and, and I decided, not to do it. So, I was kind of deep in schizophrenic delusion. Yes, I'm quite serious about that. That's actually real. Real, by the way. No, wait, I am in the Unicorn Cave right now. I don't need to be here. I was trying to get, get the heart piece for the gotcha seed, but, it's being very stubborn right now, so. I'll try to, look for a better spot. I'll try to look for a better slot later. Right now, I need to leave here. Alright, now, whoa, we're slipping on ice. Alright, ice physics are kind of, messing me up, but, that's okay. Alright now. First off, let's get a good day. Alright, first off, let's get to be summer. Because we need to find, we need to find jewels. Alright, by the way, thank you for the wing stretches and, the Mountain Dew. And that, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate Doritos and Mountain Dew. Alright, I will be getting a lot of secrets here. I will be getting secrets, later on. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. Do you like that, Inabin? Alright, now we got the square jewel. There's no such thing as a Dorito. I don't even know what Dorito... Yeah, Inamani, lives on Earth Eye, okay? She doesn't know what Doritos are, yeah. It's because, Doritos are kind of copyright infringing, yeah. Hey, I don't do drugs. 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 Drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? Ow, being pelted by enemies. Yeah, 420. Kind of ironic, though. Yeah, 420 on that. Hey, be quiet. Alright, now I will give you this. You just gave me the round jewel. Alright, I know where a couple of jewels are, but first and foremost... No, we got an ad break going on. No! Disgusting. 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 Disgusting, we got an ad break, Alright, time to, plug the ads to, get like 2 cents or something, I guess. Alright. Alright, we were at the Moblin's house. I went to Sunken City during the ad break. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of trolling. I'm gonna troll the Moblins. Yeah, I'm gonna troll the Moblins for no reason. Yeah, I thought that'd be pretty funny. Alright, now. Hey, wait a minute. Alright, I guess I'm supposed to do it like that, okay? Thought didn't see the ad, but it would have been funny if it was a... No. Oh no, fire! I've got you! I am fire, says the henchman. Orc ordered me to stop you, so I moved this pyramid stone high onto this cliff. Get it if you can. By the way, the falls flow from the sunken city. If you can't swim, you can't get down them. Alright, he's just gonna move the pyramid gem right over there, I guess. Alright, smart plan. That's 100% totally gonna stop me, fire. Oh no, that is such an evil and devious plan. If only, if there's no way I can yet, I'll have to walk all the way back to the sunken city, and then, try and get there. And I also have these, that's kind of unfortunate, yeah. That's real unfortunate, yeah. Oh no, that is like super evil. Gotta guess up your feelings and, not let them know that you know exactly what they're up to. So that they feel like they're winning. That way it'll be funnier when you surprise them and when you do a surprise attack on them and kick their butt. Alright, now we need to go over this way to grab that gem. Cool, we got the pyramid jewel. Alright, so where was the final jewel again? Oops, I kind of forgot where the final jewel is. Alright, I might have forgotten where the final jewel is. Wait, I don't think it was in that one location. Shit, I don't remember. Oh well, I'm trying to, you know, alright, I don't remember. Alright, I remember that's... Alright, now, I will probably... Alright, now. Oh wait, I remember now. Alright, I remember. Alright, I remember now. Yeah, we have to do the mystery. We have to do the question mark, yeah. Yeah, it's it. Yeah, we have to use a slingshot and use it on the question mark. Yeah, that one island. You know, that we couldn't get to without, you know, the slingshot, yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty, yeah, it does change location, it does change locations depending on if you're doing a link game or not, at least a couple of them now. Yeah, the question mark one and, you know, the one you get from the old man, you know, doesn't change, though. You know, just putting that out there. Alright, we should be able to get the bomb secret now. Alright, that's just one possible secret I'm going to get. And over here is a friendly mobbin. Alright, now, where's my... Alright, now. Alright, now, Hey, Link, I'm no enemy. I heard a rare secret. Do you want to hear it? Sure. The secret is related to the Tokay people in Liberia. Understand? Yes? This is it? Right now, the secret is... Diamonds. Capital F. Lowercase w. Lowercase b. And right arrow. Oh wait, that's left arrow. Understand, yes. Waste of time. Ah, yes, I do understand. Alright, now, I do understand, so don't worry. Alright, there are a couple more secrets I can get, though. Alright, now, let's go... Oh, wait, we need to go back to we need to go back to the falls, don't we? Alright, now I will go back to the falls because I know there's another secret. Alright, I have to go up to, you know, Mount Cocoa to get it. And it's being held by one of the Gorons. Oh wait, I should probably also go back to Suburbia because I want to get the new shield. Alright, now. Alright, now I will get the gems and, you know, oh, whoops. Alright, I kind of forgot, you know, I kind of forgot I can't use the sword without using B. Stupid underwater mechanics. Stupid underwater mechanics, I kind of forgot about that, sorry. Sorry about that, that's okay, I got back all my hearts, so it's okay. That's okay, the cheap, you know, frequently drop hearts, so that's okay. Alright, now. Yeah, it's okay. No big deal. No big deal, I just, you know, forgot, you know, that you can't use a sword if you're using A underwater. For whatever reason. Alright, now the secret should be... Alright, now let's dig under here. 1-800-DIG right. Call 1-800-DIG right for all your digging needs. Watch out for the lever. Watch out for levers, they're a little mean. They kinda, you know... Just watch out for levers, they're a little mean. Alright, the secret should be... Wait, this isn't the way to the secret. Do you know the way? Alright, you remember that. You remember that meme. Yeah, do you know the way is kind of a dead meme, but you know. Yeah, I should go to Suburbia too, because there's another secret over there. Alright, now, sure. Alright, this secret kind of leads to the Big Goron sword. Alright, now F, capital F, lowercase j, alright, capital F, H, lowercase j, capital J, and club. Alright, so where was I supposed to take the bomb? Oh wait, I was supposed to take it to the Tokays, wasn't I? Yeah, right, I'm supposed to take it to the Tokays. Alright, I'll just write that down real quick, just in case I forget. Alright, now apparently my ancestor was the Goron Elder. Oh, your ancestor was a Goron Elder, huh? Alright, now. Alright, now. Oh, whoops, I don't need to be here, I need to go back. Alright, I need to go back for a little bit. I need to go to Submersia, where, you know, another secret. I need to go back to where that one smelting place was anyway, because, you know, I'm supposed to, you know, get a new shield too, because, you know, I can get the iron shield. Alright, watch out. Ow. The lever, you know, spawned right on top of me. Ugh. Lever spawned right on top of me. That was mean. Don't worry, I know a good way to get hearts. Now, if you ever need a heart, you know, and you're in the overworld, all you really have to do is dig, you'll eventually get one. Or you'll get a fairy, which will restore even more. You know, very easy. Alright, now watch out for levers around here. There's also these Tektites. We can, you know, take care of those. I'll take care of them, nice and simple. Alright, I will need to make it spring, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to make it spring. Pretty sure I need to make it spring. But watch out. Let's see, the passage to Submersia was... Yeah, it was up here, wasn't it? I definitely remember. I was supposed to get the power of spring over here. Alright, now. I was supposed to get the power of spring over here. Oh boy, there's lots of active volcanoes. We just need to be careful with them. Watch out for, you know, watch out for them spewing rocks and, you know, lava balls at you. Yeah, alright, another thing we need to get over here is get the red and blue ore. Oh wait, one of the ores is right here. Alright, got the blue ore. Alright, now we need it. Alright, now. Remember, there's something else over here. Of course, there's Odds Patch of Grass. Where there's a hidden ring. Kind of wonder if those two thieves that, you know, took the Rock's Feather, you know, kind of planted that. But, you know, who knows, really. But I don't know if that's true or not. It kind of looks very similar to the spot they had, you know, where they, you know, hid the, you know, Rock's Feather, though. If I'm gonna be, you know, 100% honest. Maybe they once did it and kind of forgot about it. Yeah, if they're, you know, looking for treasure to bury, they probably, you know, did that. They seem like major boneheads. They seem like major boneheads. I just don't dump myself in the lava. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and trust me, Bowser may look scary, but he's kind of a major bonehead. I mean, that is very true. Yeah, however, Ganondorf, however, is kind of a different story, really. Yeah, Ganondorf looks scary, and he actually is scary. If I'm gonna be, you know, 100% honest. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, Ganondorf 100%, you know, looks scary and, you know, is scary. You know, unlike Bowser, who's kind of a major bonehead, if I'm gonna be, you know, 100% honest. Although Bowser does that, although I think, you know, Bowser should have probably, you know, beaten Ganondorf in, you know, that death battle. I mean, Bowser may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but, you know, he's got insane feats of power. He's got insane feats. Plus, you know, plus we already seen from Hyrule Warriors that, yes, you can, in fact, defeat Ganondorf without, you know, holy weapons. Plus, he, you know, very clearly took damage from the Big Goron sword. Yeah. you know, in Ocarina of Time, so he is in fact vulnerable to other weapons. And, you know, Bowser has done all sorts of things, like, you know, coming back from the dead as a skeleton, you know, becoming giant. Oh, yeah, and, alright, maybe I shouldn't, you know, be salty about that. Actually, it's not really salty, it's just really a difference of opinion, really. But I won't deny that Ganondorf does have some insane feats himself. You know, so he is a good opponent. No Bowser, you know, no Bowser winning against Dr. Eggman, you know, probably is as expected. Probably is as expected. Although Eggman really did give him a good fight. That one was actually pretty good. That one I agree with and was pretty good. Although, you know, the big one that, you know, really stirred people up was, you know, Bowser first, was Superman versus Goku. Now, I agree that both of them were, like, really, really super strong, but, you know, yeah, if we basically, you know, count every feat that, Superman did, yeah, I think he would win. I think he would win, but, you know, it would be a good long fight. It should be a good long fight, though. Since you know, Goku is no slouch either, and, you know, is very, very powerful in his own right. I don't think Goku would, you know, use something like Kryptonite, though. That just, you know, kind of goes against his character. Just check my Wii U. It works it works as it should. Oh, nice. So, what's the deal with checking the Wii U? Are you searching for something to play? Hey, so how did Code Bunny go? Alright now. Oh, the Master speaks. Ah, is that so? The Master misses nothing. The hard ore could make your sheep shield amazingly fine. So what it will be? Do whatever. Yeah, you can't treat these guys like normal NPCs. They're very, you know, they're like crotchety old men. Yeah. They want you to be more direct and honest, and, you know, they want you to be more blunt and honest, I guess. They keep asking me to play Twilight Princess. Oh. But I'm not cute. Right, yeah, I did ask you to play Twilight Princess, but I'm not cute. That's, you know, a bunch of misinformation and lies. I am 100% not cute. Yeah, me being cute is, you know, fake news, but, you know, I appreciate, you know, you remember Twilight Princess. Although the Wii U version is probably, you know, the best version to play. Well, I did say that about the GameCube version as well, but, you know. But, you know, both of them are probably very good. Both of them are definitely way better than the Wii version. Yeah, because the Wii version had motion controls that were, yeah, a little spotty. Yeah, sort of like how Skyward Sword had kind of, you know, a bit of spotty controls at times, you know, on the Wii U. Which is kind of why I kind of, you know, didn't actually play, you know, Skyward Sword on the Wii. Yeah. Funny enough, I did play Twilight Princess on the Wii. That was back when I didn't have, you know, the GameCube version anymore. Yeah, of course I have a GameCube version now. Alright, now, can I ask you a favor? Sure. Maria playing in my Buria's Lenia City has done so much for me. I want to thank him, but I'm too embarrassed to do it myself. Can you tell him the secret? Alright, this secret is for the mayor. Alright, the secret is... that's a diamonds, capital F, lowercase w, lowercase f, and 2. Alright, now I have near. Can you tell him? Sure, I can tell him. Sure, I can tell him. Yeah, I have decided, you know, to grab as many of the secrets, you know, basically at once as I can. You know, rather than do them one at a time. That way I'll be able to get all of them. You know, I also have both versions of Wind Waker. Oh, nice. Yeah, I will say the Wii U version of Wind Waker is a little bit better. A little bit better. Yeah, the bad thing about the Wii U version of Wind Waker is, you know, the red sail that actually makes your ship go that makes your ship, you know, much more manageable than and you know the GameCube version we went and the GameCube version, you know, is kind of, you know, left behind the auction. But you know, you think it wouldn't be, but you know that's besides the point. Yeah, I would recommend the Wii U version of it though. Yeah, at least in that when you face enemies out in the ocean and they hit you, they don't knock you in the water every time. Alright now. Alright, alright now. Alright, I am kinda worried. Alright now. Alright now. I know you'll do fine, Annabelle. You're fantastic at video games, yeah. I mean, you beat all those Mega Man games, and you know those I know are not easy by any means. Especially some of them that have a bit of rental logic to them. Oh, some of my items got dropped in the water. No. No, some of my items got dropped in the water. No. No, some of my items got dropped in the water. No. That makes me sad. No. Yeah, that's why I don't like, you know, encountering Maple near water, because she can drop valuable things. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've lost a heart piece to that. Yeah, and that was like, whoa. Yeah, I've lost a heart piece a couple times to that, and I was like, that was, you know, very bad. Oh yeah, I will go into the Hero's Cave in just a moment. I actually have something there is a secret in the Hero's Cave itself. I won't be, you know, completely doing it, though. Yeah, but luckily the secret doesn't require me, you know, completely doing it. Alright, first off, we need to get the jewel. First off, I will go get the jewel. And obviously with this big, you know, big question, we need to use a mystery seed, you know, there at the black piece. Yeah, it's just a Muldrum. Yeah, you think something called the black piece would be something, you know, more imposing and stronger, but you know, I guess the Muldrum is, you know, kind of strong. Outside Minish Cap, Majora's Mask, and, you know, Phantom Hourglass. Oh, and Ocarina of Time. Ooh, Phantom Hourglass, that reminds me, I do have that on the Wii U as well. I don't know how long my Wii U will last, though. Yeah, it's been a while since I've, you know, played on it. I might as well grab the 20 rupees. I know, right away there's bats. Yeah, your bats. No, we got bats. We got these mean monster bats that look like peace. They're not sexy and awesome bats like me, no. They're mean, I'm gonna bite your face. They're mean, I'm gonna fly into your hair and give you rabies, and also give your babies rabies, you know, kind of bats. Yeah, you guys know what I mean, right? You guys know what I mean. Yeah, they're not good, not nice bats, no. Yeah, they're decidedly they're decidedly not nice bats, no. They're a little bit, Right now, we need to push this pots right there. This is a simple pot puzzle. No, we need to push you over there, so that I can get over here. Oh wait, oh whoa. They're bratty or batty just evil. Well, I am definitely batty. You know, kinda certifiably. I'm definitely batty, so that's, you know, very certifiably batty. Hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, they're they're a little bit more mean than that. Oh, get out of here, Stolfos. Get out, Stolfos. Alright, we got a little bit of a puzzle here. Alright, let's try pushing this one there. Alright, now I need to reset. Right now, how do I do this? Right, maybe I did need to do that. Right, this should be... Alright, now I think I got it. I got it this time. Don't worry, I got it this time. There we go. Nice and easy. No, we got Sulfa. Alright, we got these. Alright, these guys are kind of being a little annoying. I don't want to be on that bridge. Alright, now. Bat brain at work. Alright, I'm trying my best. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. Alright, I have an idea to deal with these guys. That's not... Alright, plan B? Alright, I have a plan B. I'll just use Gale Seeds. Yeah, Gale Seeds are very good at, you know, instantly defeating tough monsters. Oh, whoops. Alright, I think I jumped a little too far. Alright, I jumped a little too far there. Oh no, they're all back. Oh well, that's okay. Hey, what right now? I am traveling to the lands under King Zora's orders to find a new domain, but no place exceeds Liberia's seas, so will you hear my request? Sure. I'd like you to tell the secret and report to King Zora and Liberia's seas. Alright now. Get up, bot. Sure you understand? Here is the secret. Alright, this goes to... Alright, this goes to King Zora. Alright, capital F, lowercase h, lowercase j, capital H, and spade. And spade. Alright, now, alright. Understand, yes. Alright, it'll be a bit difficult to, you know, it'll be rather difficult to get this secret, you know, later, so I will be getting it right now. Alright, the Hero Cave is definitely a lot different than, you know, the Link game. Yeah, I mean, on Link game, it's a very easy dungeon where you obviously get the, you know, wooden sword. But, you know, in the Link game, you start with the wooden sword, and the Hero's Cave is, you know, much more difficult. Alright, now, first and foremost, I might as well dig up a heart. Alright, I will go look for buildings. Wait, I know. Oh, you know, stop by, you know, the Gnarlbrute dungeon a little bit. Yeah, it's not for really any major reason, I just want a place where I can save. and, you know, quit the game and then go, you know, do the secrets. And we got one of them will involve me playing a minigame, so, you know, that's gonna be something to look forward to. I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that, you know, Oracle of Seasons, you know, has less minigames. Yeah, a lot less minigames than, you know, Oracle of Seasons, but, you know, if you like that sort of thing, you know, this is, yeah, Oracle of Ages is probably for you. Yeah, if you like minigames and puzzles, you know, Oracle of Ages is probably more for you. But if you want more, yeah, but if you want more combat, you know, if you want more combat, this, you know, Oracle of Seasons is probably the better game. You know, kind of depending on what you really want out of a Zelda game. Of course, I will say that, you know, time travel and seasons are both, you know, very good gimmicks, but, you know, people are probably going to lean more towards the time travel. Alright, now, first off, let's go visit the mayor. Alright, the mayor should be nice and simple to do. Yeah, my air conditioning kind of kicked on, so you might hear some background noise. Just kind of gotta warn you about that. I am playing the mayor here in Liberia City. Do you need me for something? Alright, what secret goes to him again? No, whoa. I wish... Okay, come on. Alright, diamonds. I wish there wasn't so much glare. Right now, where's capital F? Capital F. Lowercase w. And we need a lowercase f, and then we need a 2. It's from an oddly dressed out of towner. Thank you for your kindness. Please accept this. They gave me a ring. Remember, it needs to be appraised, of course. Alright, that's just one secret. Alright, now let's go, you know, visit King Zora. Obviously, he's gonna have an amazing secret. King Zora's secret is actually kind of, honestly, you know, really amazing. Because he gives you the Master Sword. He gives you the Master Sword, which is kind of amazing, not gonna lie. Now, what is King Zora doing with the Master Sword? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, but, you know, he has it. Alright, you know. Yeah, King Zora knows we're not a mermaid. We're not actually a mermaid. Yeah, we're a fake mermaid. What, you mean you aren't a mermaid? I kind of thought it was suspicious. You know, the only mermaid we know around here is, you know, female anyway. No secret. Alright, now. For your word, yes, lend me your sword, I shall sharpen it. And he sharpens it into the Master Sword. Somehow. Alright, a legendary Master Sword? Yeah. I'll see if you're... Alright, now sharpening in Hollow Drum 2. Alright, now. Obviously, we have a return secret. Alright, lowercase n. Exclamation points. Diamonds. Equal sign. And lowercase q. Lowercase q. Right, that's a lowercase q, right? Yeah. Come back if you forget my secret, yeah. Oh, whoops. Alright, just give me just a moment, please. Give me just a moment. Alright, hold on. There's not a lot of room. Not a lot of room right now. Alright, now. Just let me stretch out for just a little bit. Sorry, I'm kind of hurting. Alright, just hold on for just a minute. Alright, now we need to go to Crescent Island. Oh yeah, we have to play a minigame for this one too. Yeah, we're gonna have to play a minigame for this one, so... It might take me a couple of attempts. Shit would stop hurting. Alright, now okay, don't rip it. You need something, yes. Alright, we are gonna tell him, that's... Alright, and then lowercase w. And then we need, lowercase b. Yeah, lowercase b, right? And then we need a left arrow. Alright, that's the legendary Wild Toke secret. Now I want to bring back the Wild Toke. Can you help? Sure. Alright, legendary ceremony. Yes, I know the rules. Don't worry, I know what the rules are. No, 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 no! No, I screwed up. No, I screwed up. Darn it! Darn it. Now, this time, please make it easier, please. Please make it easier. They were coming a little too fast. Alright, please don't bunch them up in groups. Alright, this time, please don't miss. Alright, now, where are they? Alright, now got them all. Alright, second time was a little bit easier. Nice. You did, you cleared the Wild Toke. Here, take this. Now we can carry more bombs than before. Alright, now I'll teach you the secret to carrying more bombs and Holodrum too. Alright, now question mark, lowercase w, pound sign. Alright, now, and, now we got greater than, and capital R, like Team Rocket. Yeah, Team Rocket. Ah, fun, yeah. Yeah, Team Rocket Team Rocket were more of the goofy villains. I kinda would've, I'll be honest, I kinda would've liked, you know, Team Rocket a little bit more in the anime if they were a little bit more like in the game. But, you know, we obviously didn't get that. Obviously we didn't get that. Obviously we didn't get that, sadly. You know, there were a couple of moments where Team Rocket was like in the game, but, that was mostly, you know, that was mostly one-off episodes. I guess they thought it would be too dark or something. I don't know. Whoa, 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 no, 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 cancel that. Yeah, I don't want to go over there. Don't want to go over there, no. I do not need to be over there. Ow. Get out of here, Octoroks. Alright, the good news is since we have the Master Sword, we're gonna be nice and courageous and super powerful. Super strong superhero. Alright, now. Of course, you know, there's more. No, no, what? No, what? No. Alright, I kind of screwed that up. That was my fault. Yeah, I got a little too distracted, you know, screwed it up. Alright, now watch out for Tektites. They're kind of not very dangerous. Not given our current, you know, power level. Yeah, we're kind of at a pretty high level compared to them. So we shouldn't have too much trouble. I mean, we can basically beat any of them in one hit. We can basically beat any, you know, color of them in one hit. We could probably, except maybe, you know, a gold one if there was a gold one. Yeah, there are gold enemies and, you know, and Oracle of Seasons. I don't remember what I have to do for the side quest to awaken the gold ones, though. Wait, I don't remember, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm supposed to come back. I'm supposed to come back in the past. Yeah, I'm supposed to come here in the past, yeah. So that there's the baseball game. Yeah, so I can get the big Goron sword. Although I think the big Goron sword is kind of useless, really. It's, you know, much more amazing and you know, much more amazing, in Ocarina of Time. Alright, we have to tell him a secret, alright, alright, F, lowercase h, lowercase j, capital J, and then, the last one is club, right? Hey, that's a great one. Now, the secret will live in the hearts of all Gorons. Thanks, I'll give you this great big Goron sword. However, I must test you to see if you can use the sword. Sure thing, what do I have to do? Alright, hit the targets, get at least 300. Alright, now. No, I missed, no. What? No, I got 0 points. No, what? The sword is a little too slow. What? I hit the red one, no. That's not what I aimed for. What? That's not what I aimed. It's a little tricky to use it. No! I missed completely. No, I missed completely. Come on. No, I was a little too slow. I did it a little too early. No, I was too slow. Alright, there we go. Alright, no. Alright now, alright now. No, no, no! Ah, darn it! I was too early. What? Why'd it go over there? Oh, there we go. Alright now, 50 points. Oh, there we go. Nice, 20 points. What? No. No, I lost points. There we go, 90 points. Alright, there we go. 90 more points. There we go. Alright, 90 more points. No, what? No, I was too slow. No, I messed up. The sword is, so slow. The sword is so slow. Come on, give me a good one right off the bat. There we go, and that's decent. No, that's not what I wanted. No. Oh, there we go. Nice, 90 points. Alright, there we go, another 90 points. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, there we go, 30 points, that's good. No, that's not good. No, that's not, that's bad. Alright, there we go. 130 points. There we go. Alright, now, there we go. Alright, got it. The big Goron sword is mine. Thank you, that only took me forever. I'll teach you a secret to using big Goron sword and Liberia too. Alright, let's write this down real quick. Alright, lowercase n, question, alright, exclamation point, diamonds, alright, less than, and colon. Alright, now that's good. Come back if you forget the secret. Alright, good job. You think I did a good job? I certainly tried my best. I certainly tried. Alright, now. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I got most of the secrets aside from the mirror shield. Alright, I got most of the secrets aside from the mirror shield. Obviously. Whoops, this isn't what I want. Alright, now I'm gonna have to quit out the game. Alright, kind of forgot I had to do that. Yeah, it's kind of inconvenient when you have to do it when you have to do it outside of Nintendo Switch Online. Or, you know, really on any online service, because you have to physically, you know, switch the carts. Yeah, that was a wild time. I'm glad I don't have to do that, you know, this time. That would be most inconvenient to watch. Alright, where the heck are we? Oh, right, we were in, you know, alright, we were in our old route. Right, well, I might as well, you know, just go turn my secrets in. Alright, alright, now, a couple of them are very useful, and a couple of them are slightly less useful. I had somebody switching during my stream. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, do I want to, you know, wait, do I want to go back and get the spin ring? No. No, the spin ring is completely unnecessary. Besides, there are, you know, better rings to use for offense. Alright, let's get those secrets turned in. Alright, now we're secret snake farm. Alright, now spin to win ring. Alright, let's put in lowercase n, exclamation points, diamonds, or whoop, that's not good. And W. What, did I tell that one already? Oops, I think I put in that old secret. Oops, I kind of, you know, don't have them listed properly. Oops, sorry about that. Well, thank you for following, Hunter DS4. Thank you for following. Highly appreciated. Right now, question mark, W, pound sign. Right, and we need, very specifically this one. Oh yeah, we need capital R as in Team Rockets. Team Rockets rockin' double truck. Alright, now this secret should be pretty good. Now I can carry more bombs than before. Alright, now let's turn in another secret. Alright, now this one is in. Alright, now I'm playing Oracle of Seasons, by the way, in case you are wondering. And yes, I am doing a Link game. So it's going to be requiring a couple switching back and forth between this game and, you know, H's a little bit. So, yeah, The Legend of Lunk. The Legend of Lurk. The Legend of Lunk. Yeah, that is very true. Alright, we got the Big Goron sword, which is, you know, a two-hander. It's, you know, it's, you know, pretty good, but, you know, we can do a little bit better than that. I see. The best of luck with this. I'm about to head to bed, but I figured I'd come at least say hi. Oh, thank you. I highly appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, now. Makes me kind of wish, you know, I was kind of starting a little bit earlier. So you guys won't be, you know, so late at night. Alright, we need this. Alright, and this should, you know, give us the Master Sword. Nice, the Noble Sword. Well, actually, it gives us the Noble Sword. We can get the Master Sword, though, later. Yeah, we'll get the Master Sword just soon. We're getting the Noble Sword, of course. We're, of course, getting the Noble Sword, but, you know, the Master Sword is actually, you know, very obtainable. Yeah, I kind of forgot, you know, it kind of levels up your sword, you know, to whichever. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to Tarn Runes now. Let's see, the runes are... Let's see, the closest area to get there is, you know, Spool Swamp. So I'll just teleport right on over there. Might as well grab some more Pegasus seeds along the way. You know, Pegasus seeds are very useful. And again, Gale seeds are, you know, probably my most used seed. Oh, more Gale seeds. Yeah, more of those Gale seeds. Those are, you know, super useful because they teleport you everywhere. So they're probably my most used. Surprisingly, my least used is probably, you know, let's see, the ones I use the least is probably the Mystery Seeds. Right now, and then we need to, you know, and then we need to put in our, you know, our PlayStation controller buttons. Yeah, this, you know, is a shrine, this is a shrine to, you know, PlayStation and a Nintendo game. It's a ruined civilization, you know, kind of representing that, you know, Nintendo won the console wars, you know, back when the Switch was made, and, you know, Sony decided, you know, to do a big blunder, and decided to release the PS5. You know, and that had, like, no games. Badge. Yeah, I was kind of sad about that. The PS4 was amazing, though. PS4, absolutely amazing. Alright, I have to move that statue so that, you know, goes there. And I need to climb back up the vines. Alright, watch out for the knights or whatever, or dark nuts or whatever. I'm not really sure if they're dark nuts, though. Not proper dark nuts, anyway. Alright. I think the game, you know, calls them dark nuts or something. Yeah, I'm kind of used to dark nuts being, you know, a super powerful, you know, intense enemy. You know, given Twilight Princess. Alright, we need the season to be autumn. Yeah, obviously, because we need to go mushroom picking. We need to pick some mushrooms. Alright, watch out for these, you know, rather weak versions of dark nuts. Dork nut. Or as I like to call them, dork nuts. You know, any monster that would team up with Ganondorf is probably a massive dork anyway. I mean, his name is literally Ganondorf. Alright now. Yeah, poor Ganondorf. Poor Ganondorf, you know, totally wanted the best for his people, and, you know, Link, and, you know, he would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for that pesky Link. Those are dark nuts. They spend too much time in books instead of the gym. I surrender. On your turn, I'll offer my advice. If you're lost in the woods, travel... Alright, now. Alright, west. West, south. East. North. Taking each step. Alright, we need to, you know, be warmer too. Now we need to do so in warmer seasons. Yeah, alright. Do you expect me to send around all year and, you know, just wait for the seasons, you know, to, you know, go by, you know? It takes a year to go through the forest. you know, if old Onyx didn't, you know, mess up the seasons, you know, so much. Yeah, the seasons in this region are kind of fickle, and, you know, it's kind of, you know, blighting the land, unfortunately. And, you know, that's not good, obviously. Obviously, that's bad. Obviously, we can't allow that, you know. Obviously, me being a fairy, I'm very connected to, you know, nature and all that. I know, Maple! Maple, she's here! Maple! And she's got herself a UFO. Yeah, Maple's got a little UFO now. Alright, grab all the stuff. Yeah, grab all the stuff. Alright, grab all the stuff away from her. We're just playing a little game of keep away. I'll say, what's behind this door? What's behind door number 1? Alright now, Alright now, that was a fairy fountain. We got likes, we gotta watch out for those. Alright, watch out for likes, those are, you know, very dangerous. Very, you know, very bad creatures. Those are a very bad situation. Those are very bad situations, sort of like, the situations that, YouTubers get in with, their controversies, yeah. D, what? It's staring at your phonograph, play it. D, what a tune, I love it. I'll teach you the way to my secret spot. If temperatures rise as you go far to the west, you'll find it. Alright, so he gave us a clue to find... Alright, he gave us a clue. He gave us a clue to finding the Master Sword. Alright, we need it to be cold first. Alright, winter is cold. And then we need to make it, obviously we're gonna need to make it, autumn. Because that's the next coldest, and then the next coldest is spring. Whoops. I mean, the next warmest is spring. Whoops. That wasn't right. Whoops, I got a little too careless there. Whoops, that's winter. Alright, need to change it to winter. Alright, now, and then we, then we change it to summer. And there it is. Now we got ourselves a legendary Master Sword. Nice. What is it doing in Holodrum? Who knows? What is it even doing in Holodrum? I don't know. Alright, now we need progressively warmer seasons. Alright, we need progressively warmer seasons. Alright, now, which way is west again? Alright, west. And then we need to go... Then we need to wait for it to be autumn. Alright, watch out for the legs along the way. And then we need to go this way. Alright, then we need it to be summer. Go north on summer. Alright, watch out for Armos. Uh-oh. Yeah, watch out for the Armos. They're pretty aggressive. Yeah, Armos are very mean. Armos are very mean and very scary. I don't know, watch out for that guy. Alright, watch out for this dude. Watch out for this dude, he's really scary. He's really scary, not gonna lie. No, wait, I seem to recall there was... Alright, I seem to recall there was something hidden here. Alright, now let's plant one of our gotcha seeds. Probably one of the best spots in the game. I'm guessing we need it to be spring, right? Otherwise we can't use the blossom. Alright, I'm guessing I need it to be spring because, obviously we... Oh, wait. Alright, never mind, I guess. Alright, what other season should we try? Alright, no. No. Alright, let's try making it winter. Maybe that'll work. We'll watch out for the monsters. Oh, whoa. And of course not. Of course there's a bunch of snow that's piled up. Sort of like winter in real life, yeah. Sort of like winter in real life, unfortunately. Alright, we just move that statue aside so that we can go up here and, spring. Yeah, I kind of wish there was a dungeon that kind of used the, seasons mechanic. Kind of wish there was a dungeon that took advantage of the seasons, but it's whatever, really. All right, we're finally up to level. We're up to level 6, and it only took us around an hour. All right, now watch out for bats. Watch out for mean old bats. All right, I don't think we need to be that way. Watch out for mean old bats. Alright, watch out for ropes. They're like, nope. I don't wanna be caught in a nope rope. Get out of here. Yeah, nope ropes are kinda scary, not gonna lie. And we got cracked floors, we got mummies. You know, what... Oh, whoa, 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 watch out. Alright, this room is full of snake. Ow, stop shooting me with fireballs. Alright, we went around that way to, you know, go over here. Went around one way to go over another way. Alright, at least we can defeat Ow. I was saying at least we can defeat mummies, but I forgot they don't flinch. So you kinda have to watch that. Kinda have to watch for them. Kinda have to, you know, be careful because they don't flinch. I got snake ropes predictably come in predictable lines. Which is, you know, makes them really easy to deal with. Alright, we got a map. Alright, but I'm needing a key. I'm kind of needing a key, aren't I? Alright, there's gotta be... Yeah, there's gotta be something in here. Alright, there's gotta be something in here. Alright, first off, I'm gonna deal with that spark. So it's not in the way. Alright, yeah, there is a ball in here. Alright, I was right, there is a ball in here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoops. Alright, now I need to be a little more careful than that. Whoops. Alright, there's the key. Alright, just had to be a little more careful about that. Alright, now that I have a key, I can, you know, make progress. So wait. Wait, since my health, you know, did take a hit, I can probably... Yep, I can go back in here and get it. I can go back in here and get that spark. Alright, might as well go back for the spark. Right now I push this block. Since I have a key. Oh wait, I'm sensing I'm gonna be needing that ball. I'm sensing I'm gonna be needing that ball up there. Alright, now. Oh, frick, there's bats. There's bats and I don't have a sword out. Yeah, I need a sword to be able to deal with them. Alright, I have an idea for this. Oh, please excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, now. Alright, I do not like this room. Alright, now, watch out, watch out, watch out. Yeah, plenty of traps in this dungeon. Plenty of nasty, devious traps in this dungeon. Alright, and since we went around the other way... Hey, we can come back, we can come around over here. Yeah, right. Yeah, we kind of have to, you know, kind of navigate all over the place. Now, this dungeon likes to take you out around in circles. Not too bad, though. Not too bad, aside from a couple moments. Alright, might as well deal with the ropes. Might as well deal with all the rope ropes. Right now, I will, you know, take care of the spark. That one, that enemy is pretty easy. I mean, all you do is basically use the boomerang. Yeah, unfortunately, the boomerang, you know, is kind of locked behind, you know, the dancing minigame, so obvious. And, you know... Oh, there's a stairway guy. Oh, boy. Yeah, this dungeon, you know, really, really likes its traps. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, this dungeon really, 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 really likes to put traps everywhere. Mm. And, you know, the boss of this dungeon is also one of the hardest bosses in this game. Alright, we found another small key, so that's good. I know a door where that opens. I know which door that opens. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, yeah, maybe avoid the traps. Alright, I'll try my best to avoid all the traps, but you know, I might take a couple hits every now and again. Alright, swift dodging right there, nice. Alright, nice. All the enemies have been swiftly dodged. Right now, we are gonna have to, you know, cycle back a couple times. And of course, all the enemies have respawns. Now we need to take out all those, you know, nope ropes to, you know, get through this door. Alright, we need that to be over in that position. I'll just take care of the mummy that's in my way. No need to take care of all of them if I don't have to. Alright, just push that block aside. Simple puzzle. Alright, alright. Alright, I think we're making progress, I think. You know, it's not... Alright, now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Ow. Alright, I'll just drop in the hole because, you know... Alright, now watch out for... Alright, that was a little rough. That was a bit rough, not gonna lie. Alright, I'll take care of all these bats first. Because I know... Alright, I need to take care of all those bats. I'll just take care of all those bats so they're not in the way. Alright, now we need to run. Alright, we needed to run. Alright, what's over here? Alright, what's this? Oh, bombs. Well, it's nice saying alright now. Oh, it's nice of the dungeon, you know, give you some bombs, so... Just give you some bombs, so that's really nice. Nice of the dungeon to give you bombs, you know, right off the bat. You know, just so you can blow up that wall. Alright, I think Alright, that looks a little dangerous right there. I'm not gonna... Alright, that looks like super important, but you know, I'm just gonna ignore that. Oh, whoa, 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 ow. Alright, now. Alright, just be careful of these spike beetles. Alright, now, good job. Alright, now, a trampoline. I obviously know what to do with this. I have seen in another dungeon, of course. Which one was it again? I think Snake's Remains used it. No, well, I remember there was another one, you know, trampolines, though. And I forgot which one it was. Sorry, I don't quite remember. I think it was Snake's Remains, uh-oh. One of those mace guys. Alright, this time we don't have sword beams. So he might be a bit trickier. Alright, I see a way to go down. Alright, whoa. Alright, this definitely looks like a trap. Yeah, this looks like a trap. Cool, I got the magic boomerang. Alright, I'm guessing these statues are gonna come alive. Oh no. Oh, and Armos hit real hard too. Well, at least they don't have crazy attack power like they do in Link's Awakening. Yeah, Link's Awakening, they're one of the hardest hitting enemies in that game. You know, non-boss. And there's one region in the game that's kind of full of them. Yeah. There's like one region in the game that's kind of full of them. Also, they're kind of guarding one of the secret seashells. Alright, we got the magic boomerang now. Alright, we're going all the way back to the bottom, huh? Oh, bottom's up. As a femboy who dresses up in, cat ears would say. So... Alright, is there something useful here? Cool, 10 rupees, nice. Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't a trap. I'm glad it didn't, explode in my face or, blew confusion gas in my eyes. Yeah, very glad about stuff like that. Ow, watch out for the blade traps. Ow. Ow. I got nicked by a couple traps now. That was me now. Alright, obviously we were gonna run. I can kind of control it with the on the D-pad. I think the boomerang, makes these guys a little bit easier. Although my sword spin still, takes care of them in one hit. Alright, which way do we go? Alright, so, which way do we go? Wait, do I have the map? Alright, it looks like there's... Alright, it looks like another place to use the magic boomerang. Alright, what did that do? Oh, obviously watch those spears. Oh wow, everything's such bully in this dungeon. Everything bullies you in this dungeon. Everything is kind of bully in this dungeon, not gonna lie. Everything severely bullies you in this dungeon. Oh, ow, I got right on top of an enemy, too. Not nice. Can't go that way. And of course, watch out for, the machine shooting spears at you. Alright, good news is that the spark, gets reignited. Should probably take care of these, spiky beetles. They're kind of in my way. Oh no, we got hard hat beetles too. I do not like these guys. I do not like these guys and wish I could blow them away. Oh good, it's nice to give Ember Seeds after seeing those, torches over there. That, is good game design in my opinion. That, is actual good game design. No, what? Ah. Alright, now, where are we in the dungeon? Oh, no. Alright, this for sure is 100% a trap. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Aladdin. Yeah, this seems like it's definitely gonna be a trap. Alright, this is definitely gonna be a trap. Yeah, I do not trust that big red ruby right there. Oh, what do you know, right? Alright, go fast, go fast. Alright, go fast, out of my way. Out of my way. Ah, fine. Alright, good. Ah, boy. Oh, good thing we weren't gonna activate that again. Alright, we are not playing around with that again. Alright, that was, that was very nerve-wracking. I'm guessing that's instant death if it kills you. Alright, one of these blocks obviously answers it. We got a room full of, snakes. Indiana Jones' worst nightmare. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? You guys have seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? You guys seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know what I mean. I mean, why haven't you seen Raiders of the Lost Ark if you haven't? Yeah, kind of sad that, kind of wish, the Indiana Jones movies kind of stuck with 3. Then again, Star Wars fans would probably say the same. Again, Star Wars fans would probably say the same, and I'm like, if you say so. And we got fire here. Alright, got him. Impossible not once but twice, Varen Onks, I'm sorry. Ah, you were working with Varen, too. Right, yeah, you was working with Varen. Alright now. Well, that takes care of that guy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow, that was a lot of swift dodging. No, I don't like that. Get them bats out of here. They're in my way. Get out of here, get out of here, Keys. Get out of here, Keys. Troll bats. Sort of like me in a way. Yeah, I can kind of identify with troll bats. Oh no, we got a 50-50. Of course the 50-50 doesn't go the way I want. Please don't summon more monsters, please. Oh man. Oh man, that 50-50 is, not going my way. Could it please stop summoning monsters? The moment I'm gonna stop picking that one, it's gonna, it's gonna start spamming the other one's gonna spam monsters. Of course it would do that. Why would it not? I think it's rigged. It's kind of rigged, isn't it? No, 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 I do not. Get out of here with these. Get out of here with the Wall Masters. What are those even doing in this dungeon? Go. Get them out of here. I don't like them. I don't like them. No, 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 no. No. Bad. 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 Baka. Now, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, let's smash those fools. Yeah, take that, get smashed. Oh boy, what's this room? Oh no, we got Wizrobes. Alright, the good news is the green Wizrobes remain stationary. Alright, we got switches here that require Boomerang. Alright, now there we go. That wasn't so hard. Alright, please don't come to life, Mr. Statues. Hey there, Mr. Wings. Yeah, I'm so pleased to... Right, I remembered... I vaguely remember this part of the dungeon. You're actually supposed to do it over here. You know, it kind of looks like it's supposed to do it the other way, but you know, that's not true. I'll just use a sword beam on that. And then we fall back down. Oh, a staircase. Right now, we got some last-minute keys, because why would there not be? Yeah, my minions are being really, really feisty today. they're kind of wanting to... I'm just, you know, using them to test my metal. Alright, now. Alright, let me just save real quick. Alright, let me save real quick, because this boss is kind of a nightmare, really. No, whoa. No, get out of my way. No. Ow. Okay, stop shooting fireballs at me. It's like briefly vulnerable. I mean, it's like briefly vulnerable when it's not shooting fireballs at me. Alright now. The boss will speed up once it loses more of those heads. Yeah, the boss will speed up once it starts losing heads. Oh, whoops. Alright, please stop running around real quick. Ow. Alright, please stop running around like a madman. Oh, please, stop. Please stop. Alright, please, let me hit your head. No. Oh, whoa. Alright, now there we go. Oh, whoa, we need... There we go. Alright, luckily once its core is exposed, it's very easy. Ah, that was... Alright, that was, you know, kind of harrowing. Alright, now. Yeah, it's kind of like a slot. It's kind of part slime, part plant. Yeah, you just have to attack the core once it's a slime, and then, you know, take out those plant heads. Yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure that enemy is in Hyrule Warriors 1. Yeah, I definitely remember it from Hyrule Warriors 1. Wait, wasn't that enemy in Hyrule Warriors 1? The one with, the one with that sexy, evil sorceress? That's like the schizo person. That's like the schizo split personality of Lana or whatever. Find a way across the sea, huh? Yeah, Sia was very hot though. Yeah, that's probably one of the better, villains. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure, they decide, Hyrule Warriors was non-canon. Yeah, but, Hyrule Warriors is a funny game because you can defeat Ganondorf, using Tingle and also having Tingle, just spam balloons on him. That's what I think is, funny about Hyrule Warriors. I should go back and play play Hyrule Warriors. It might take a really long time to grind that game out, though. Not gonna lie. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have to pretty much do it by itself, not play any other RPGs. Because it's gonna take a long time to grind that one. Anyway, I'm kinda done. Anyway, I am Yeah, Manhandula, is kind of hard. Is kind of rough, man. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I kind of had a rough time, but I managed to beat him. All right, let's go look for somebody to raid. Say, I know who we can raid. All right, raid Yuriko. Alright, let's raid Yuriko, yeah. Yuriko Corvera. Yeah, let's raid Yuriko real quick. Yeah, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Also, I should probably, start a little bit earlier, but, I don't want to be sharing internet, too. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I don't want to share internet. Unfortunately, I live in a household where I do. That sometimes comes up. Alright, Moonbat Raid. There we go. See you later. Goodbye.